Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Freaky Friday. This is episode 12. That means we've come live 12 weeks in a row. That's 3 months, guys. We've gone through the ups and downs. Some weeks it was just us. It was like what? It was Black Friday when it was just me, Joe, and David. Commitment. Commitment. Anywho, thank you
Good
guys
start.
for being here. Thank you guys for being here always and participating. Shout out. What's up, Scott? Hey, I'll be talking to you soon, brother. Yeah, look forward to next week. Let's go. Thank you guys for being here. This is always a ton of fun. We're gonna be talking about future-proof winning strategies. Last weekend, if you guys joined the training, we talked about kind of what we do as a company, the people that we talk to on a day-to-day basis, the contracts that we get, all that good stuff. And the system behind it. And this whole week, we've been talking about it to a lot of investors. I think my whole calendar has been full. I don't know how many hours I spent this week talking to investors about the program itself. I'm super excited to work with you guys on a close coaching / mentorship level, which is going to be a ton of fun. But most importantly, for you guys that are watching, we want to share with some of those strategies with you today. But before we even get into that, we have the whole crew here with us. Like, I legit mean the whole crew today. So excited to get through this one. But of course, joined by the one and only, none other, Terry. What's up, bro? How you feeling today?
What's going on, dude? What's going on?
What's going on? Hey, so how was the week? Give me some wins. Like, how you feeling?
It was a pretty decent week. Just trying to get a lot of stuff, like I said, across the line. We did have a little hiccup on. I'd say Wednesday was like, man, we're so close on so many, and a couple fell through. But hey, that's the business, right?
You hate it, guys. We were close on like 3 deals that we just could not get signed.
Literally,
for many reasons.
one whole day. Like 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. We really
like the first thing in the morning, and you just knew the fourth one was about to fall through, and then it didn't. So
thank goodness. But I mean, honestly, there's going to be great weeks. There's going to be rough weeks, but our rough weeks are still closing deals. So that's still cool, at least.
For sure.
I remember the days of when our rough weeks were rough.
It was rough, as in like those were our only deals we had going.
Right, and those were devastating.
It stings a little less when you have a lot of deals going. So the stuff that we've been sharing with you guys is like how to have so many deals going where you feel a little less affected when something falls through. So, for example, Caleb, thanks for asking. This is a good question. This is the real deal, brother.
Yeah,
this stuff happens on a day-to-day basis. Like, not everything's all sunshine and rainbows all the time. But again, with the help of the team, it makes it where we feel a little less. With the ones that fell through, Terry, what happened? A couple of them.
One of them, she had a FHA in place, and she was moving to a new construction, which is she was trying another FHA loan, which that means she thought she could qualify for conventional. She could not, because she just got a new car a month ago in her name.
Yeah.
So it really kind of screwed up her buying power process. So then we're like, okay.
This is really good, though. This matters.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, so what we're going to try to do is it's not going to be great. It's going to make the payments go up. It's going to make the interest rate go up. But we're still, since we put a lot of work in the deal, and it still would pencil as an Airbnb, we're like, go ahead, try to see what it looks like if you go conventional on your current home, refi your house conventional. And then that would, of course, let you show that you have an income-bearing property, and that would help out your FHA buying power. Well, the lender was still like, no, the FHA was within 100 miles or something. It was all kind
weird
of crazy
lending stuff.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Number one lesson on this property, and for anyone watching, have a loan officer that's familiar with the process. If you guys don't have a loan officer in your back pocket, if you're in our world, I have someone for you. He is so freaking awesome. He'll even hop on the phone with other people's loan officers and coach them through the process, right? And give them like what they need to know to help process the file. Because he did that
with this one. But
he was the one who was like, hey, we need to go conventional for her to be able to go FHA. So again, guys, we were trying to get her to refinance into a different type of loan so we could buy that one sub 2 so she can take her FHA and go to another property and use that for a new purchase. Reason being is typically FHA loans, they have like low down payments. You're looking at anywhere from like 0 to 3.5%, depending on the program. So she didn't have 20% to put down on her new build. Like, that's what she would have to do if it would be conventional. Right. So she needed to use that FHA. Unfortunately, there was just nothing we could do after she was like, okay, I can get the conventional, but she still could not get the new FHA because she went out and bought a new car. What?
Yeah. You gotta,
hey, it is what it is. And then for her, she was super bummed. She's like, I'm just gonna have to drop the price and try to keep going on this. But who knows? Something may change in the future where she's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna buy the new build, but I still need to sell my house, and maybe it'll come back around.
Yeah,
who knows?
I mean, we definitely walked away doing everything we possibly could for this lady.
Yeah, we did.
And but more importantly for the agent. The agent, you know, in the very beginning of this whole process, did not trust us, did not know who we were, was very skeptical, and left with like almost crying that it fell through.
Yeah.
Like she felt like
she wanted it.
She
to
felt
work.
like
she felt us.
Yeah, she failed us. But I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we did what we came to do. We established a connection with you. Of course, we want to acquire the property.
Yeah.
But we're not.
She's
I'm
like,
not.
when you guys coming into town? When are we?
Yeah,
still
I'm setting
gonna get
this up,
together?
setting
And
that up. I'm not
she literally-
interested in one. I'm
Yeah.
interested in all of them
She literally started a creative division in her brokerage
because of what we
talked about, and what we did here today will affect.
And honestly, at the end of the day, it was really tight, and we were doing this for her.
We were literally about to buy a not so great deal. Like, it would have cash flow guys about $150 a month to $200. We were doing it for the relationship. So when she said it wasn't going to work out, we were like, okay, hey, it's going to be all right.
She was pretty devastated, but me and Matt looked at each other like,
we were still going to perform either way.
Yeah, we're going to do what we got to do because that's who we are. But it was so that one kind of fell through. We put a lot of legwork in that one. I went back and forth.
Yeah.
Had another one, you know.
Well, let's break down the other ones here in a second.
Okay.
Great question, Caleb. I definitely want to talk about it because I think, are you guys getting value from that? Like us talking about deals that don't work out and why they don't work out. So this is going to be situations that you guys are going to encounter. But yeah, I think that'll be helpful. But before we do that, we got a lot more people to introduce.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think it's important.
Sorry. Sorry, it's not about just me and Matt here. We have a lot of people here.
We're talking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We got the rest of the crew here, and I want to get everybody introduced. We got David. Go ahead. And move that over. There we go.
What's up?
Look at everybody. We squeezed everybody in on this couch, guys.
The couch fits 3 or just me. So that's how that works.
Goodness, we squeezed everybody in over here. So David, starting with you, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
It's hard to be down when you're a part of this crew. So
yeah, I love it. That's true. You did some big stuff this week. Yeah, I feel like we're always like we're up and we're down on Dispo. We're up and we're down on Dispo. Things happen. Luckily, like we're a pretty good built-in buyer for a lot of our wraps. But like sometimes when your buyer backs out, it sucks.
It's really sad.
It's really sad.
It's okay. Now I'm learning not to get too hyped until we close. You know, even if contracts, I'm still a little scared, but I just stick with it.
Yeah, not too high, not too low. But hey, there was a miracle that happened in there that we're honestly gonna knock on wood and keep our fingers crossed on it. But one deal that's been sitting on our board for like 2 months.
Yeah,
we may have ourselves a buyer.
Yeah, we finally found it and wrap buyer. And so we're just going through the Armadillo process right now.
Oh, I was talking about a different one. That one too. Goodness gracious.
Dover?
Yeah.
Oh, so thankfully, the 2 hardest properties we haven't been able to sell in a couple of months, we potentially have buyers for. So it was a really good big week.
Yeah, really good, really big week. I agree. Well, shout out to you, David, for making it happen. And we got Mike right here in the middle. What's up, Mike? How we feeling, man?
Ooh, I might have to reach over here, David.
There we go.
What's up, fam? How we doing?
Hey, how was the week, Mike?
I think Terry said it best. It's kind of a challenging week. Yes. It's honestly hard to have a challenging week here just because the environment, right? I think we talked about this a little bit last night where it's all about environment where you could look at each other and kind of fine tune things. So you're always learning and growing. And also when you have a lot of opportunities in the pipeline, it's really hard to get down. Like one deal doesn't kill your week.
100.
You got a lot of opportunities sitting there. So it's a challenge getting through those opportunities as well. So it's always just getting back at it. So
it's a lot of conversation you guys are having.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of interesting conversations out there.
you just spent 10 minutes explaining what before coming in here.
How commission will work with an agent.
Yeah.
And she was just not understanding simple.
It was just doing subtraction.
She was adding
addition, subtraction. She was doing trigonometry.
It got to a point. It felt like I was talking calculus with this woman.
Yeah. She like, look, so you take the cosine. Now we're not talking about cosigning the agreement. Dad joke. Anywho,
it makes it
that's
fun.
Exciting.
It makes it fun connecting with other people, seeing where other people are struggling with, where other people really focus on in their side of the world. So
yeah,
learning new things every day.
Learning new things
every day.
Michael Herrera. I love it. And we're also joined by Miguel.
We've had an interesting day, folks.
And we had a holiday party last night where he was consistently being hit on by one of the anywho.
Yeah.
That is something else. But super excited, dude. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Being here.
And then we got Joe. Joe, how you feeling?
I'm Feeling good. I think the vibes are super good here. So I love our team. So we're always doing good. So
Always doing good.
yep, excited. Matt has a big birthday tomorrow. So
Hey,
so shout out Matt.
Shout out
Everyone,
Big
make sure you
Dog.
guys give Matt some love tomorrow. Because all of this wouldn't be possible without him. So
He's
yeah,
old man. He's
yeah.
in his 30s.
It wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thanks for always making it happen.
Yeah.
You the man. Hey, and also highlight win for the week for me was I finally got to meet your girlfriend.
Yes.
That was great. And she was a better golfer than you. That was crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Mariah's pretty good with the
She's
clubs.
an
And
athlete.
she is. And she's like somehow she was going to the driving range earlier this week. So she lines
ready to
up
go.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so she was ready to hit some iron this weekend. I mean, I'm sorry, last night. She did good.
Whoa, Joe.
Oh,
Got it.
oh.
Whoa, all right. So yeah.
This
no.
is a family.
Hey, I will
channel.
say over here at main place,
Yeah.
some damn athletes in this room.
Oh my
We
god.
got some athletes. We got some athletes.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. For some reason, Mikael decided. I mean, he didn't even tell us that he was on tour. He was a pro. golfer.
Hey,
He made
Joe,
it seem like
you
he
should
didn't even know
seen,
how to
seen
swing the
Joe.
club.
Joe
Yeah.
first shank, second one bombs. He was hitting
Yes.
bombs.
Joe spends time on the course, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
re-
mean, he brought his own clubs.
No.
Hey, Top Golf provides golf clubs, guys. If you don't know, Top Golf is like a bowling alley. It's like bringing your own bowling ball to the bowling alley when you're just playing rec. And Joe brought his own clubs.
No, they weren't this. Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
then look at
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to win.
he
So
claimed that he was lefty. Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
You wear
Got
a
it.
glove too?
Huh?
Did you bring your gloves?
I wish I did.
No, I
honestly.
just wore a visor and sports polo and some khakis.
There you go. There you
It
go.
was a good
Go.
week.
You were ripping it, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome. We also got Kyle over here. What's up, Kyle? How you
What's up?
feeling?
What's up? I'm
What's
feeling alive. I'm feeling great. It's just the best
Feeling-
I've
So,
Live.
Kyle, do you want to share just something with the crowd, the folks watching? Something that is awesome that has finished up finally after 6 months. Do you want to share?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Guys. So for the last 6 months, I've been undergoing chemotherapy. And as
Yes.
of last Wednesday, I'm officially done with treatment.
He's done with
Yeah.
treatment. Come on.
I love you, buddy.
on.
He like when I keep saying he's a warrior every week, it's because he is a damn warrior every week. He shows up to work,
Yes.
battles chemotherapy.
Yeah.
He's been fighting for literal his damn life, and he keeps
Yeah.
showing up to work. He's a freaking
Honestly,
trooper.
shout out. Just a year ago, I mean, you didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, we're out there knocking on doors and stuff, and you
Mhm.
found out earlier this year that you had with Hodgkin's lymphoma, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And you've been going through chemo this whole time,
Yeah.
not letting it stop you.
Yeah.
6 months worth of treatment, finally done.
Yeah. I went through it's crazy.
He
crazy
kept all his
stuff.
hair.
Yeah.
It's even thicker than ever. Sorry, guys, our camera went out here for a second. It's thicker than ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, unbelievable, Kyle. We couldn't do it without you. I'm gonna switch my camera view so we make sure we get you in. But
Yeah.
shout out to you, brother. We couldn't do it without you,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate you guys. Honestly, like the support over the last 6 months has been unreal.
Yeah.
because it's like when I found out, I'm like, oh, okay, what's next? So
Yeah.
and then 6 months later of rocky challenge. It's a rocky road with this,
Yeah.
with chemotherapy, and I couldn't have gone through it without you guys. So I appreciate you guys.
All love.
Yeah,
Love you,
love.
boy.
All love. Man, that's what we're here. We got each other's back.
yes sir.
So give Kyle some love. That's awesome. So let's go.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
So let's talk about some wins for you guys over here before we switch the camera. What is David? We shared some. Do you have anything else that you want to share for wins for this week that you were excited about?
Meetup.
I mean, Karis is going to be here in a few days, right?
I told him that at lunch.
Yeah.
I was so happy for
I'd
him.
like us to win for next week when she's here.
Hey, but we're going to go ahead and show her that you're so excited that it's a win this week because we're that much
That's true.
closer.
Yes, my fiance from Singapore is coming in on Wednesday.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's cool.
So, David, you guys have been. How long have y'all been doing the long distance thing?
Since November. Oh, over a year now.
Over a year.
and you went over there.
She's
for a
in
month.
Singapore. He's here, and you guys have been going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean she's been mostly coming over here because
Yeah.
she sacrifices so I can work here. I went over once. Yeah, last time I was gone for like
Let's
4
go.
weeks or something.
And she'll be here next week. So anyone who's in town, you get a chance to meet David's fiance
It's true.
at the meetup. Our meetup's next Wednesday. What time does it start?
6 p.m. 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't registered on the Eventbrite, be sure to do so because legit, we don't have any more spots than what's on the Eventbrite. It's not just like one of those things like come if you want to come, don't if you don't. If you RSVP and don't come, you're dead to me. So if you RSVP, please come because it is accounted for with the venue. So it's gonna be really cool. Super excited
Yeah,
to meet her.
super excited.
I've never met her either, so
Yeah,
this is
can't
gonna be
wait
cool.
for you all to meet her.
Let's go, Mike. What about you? What's some wins?
Let's see. I would say just accomplishing my second week here.
Hey.
That's a win for me. I finally I felt comfortable last week, but I feel like I'm now, getting into the family. So I do
Yeah.
feel like we're a big old family here. So it's nice
Yeah,
knowing I have not only great coworkers, but some friends now. So
yeah.
I consider that a win in my book. We hang out a lot in the office and then outside the office, and it's nice knowing I'm around like-minded people. So I consider that a big win.
Hell yeah.
Culture, camaraderie. You got it.
Yeah, and that's what we preach in the group, right? Get
Yep.
around like-minded people. Not only do deals with people, but you might meet some good people along the way.
Yes, I love it. I love it. What about you, Joe?
Man, just kind of just there's so many wins to be honest. I would really say like my biggest win is just Terry just coming in and just, holding us together. He's been really taking care of all of us. The deals that we send over to him, we know that like we see when they fall through, it just beats him up. So that's definitely a win for me, knowing that whenever we have someone that's interested and they're ready to go through with it, it's like they're in good hands. So, and also another big win too is the group is growing so much. So every single day I see more people wanting to join the Facebook group, more people coming in wanting to work with us. So
Yeah, shout out to you
that's
guys.
a huge win. So
Yes.
love
And if you're
meeting
not in the
everybody.
Facebook group yet, join the real estate circle. That's where it's happening.
Yeah.
It is blowing up like every day.
Yeah.
Every day, more and more people join. It's pretty sweet.
Well, that's the place to be because like we're talking deals. We're not just like we're actually doing deals, right? We're doing
We're acquiring
contracts.
properties and selling
Right.
properties.
And there's just so much in there. And you guys ask questions, you're gonna get answers. So that's a big deal. So thanks, Joe. What about you, Kyle?
Yeah. So this is my first official week back on the phones doing acquisitions in about a year. So like just getting back into that mentality of like just crushing the phones, just hammering through these phone calls, just trying to improve each and every single call. So I honestly feel like, just in my first week, I've really got the verbiage down. I'm like, okay, like I know how this conversation is going to go most of the time. And, just like just getting my confidence back.
Most of the
Most
time.
of the time.
Most of the time. So just feeling honestly.
I mean, you take no's and you extend those conversations out. Really
yeah.
well.
My best conversation to start off with a no. And then I'm like, you know what? Hey.
That's what it is.
And then they're like, wait, huh? And then
Have a
like,
good conversation.
they're like, wait, tell me more about that. I'm like, I'd love to. And then 10 minutes later, I've met a friend and hopefully a future business, associate. So
Let's go.
yeah, getting back on the phones.
Dude, love it. Great to have you back. Kind of reminiscent of basically all last year.
Oh yeah.
Kyle stayed in Pace's guest house basically every day, all day, and stream live him calling sellers.
Yeah.
Basically all last year.
Yeah. I remember that.
So-
seller calls. Yeah.
Real trooper. And here we are.
Sir.
So appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
So now let's hop back over here and let's answer some of these deals that fell through. Because I think early on we're talking about deals that fell through are contracts that just did not pan out this week. First one that we talked about was Joe's, and Joe took it with stride. That was Patty. She was upset.
I think I was
You know.
torn up for Joe more than Joe was torn up. I
I
really tried so hard on that one.
it?
It's just one of those things
Mhm.
where it's so funny because somebody in the office might get one that's just like Chadwell. A text message passed over to me, and I talked to the agent.
It's
And
a
the
contract.
agent's cool, and I talked to the client, and that's a contract, and they sign it, and that was it.
Right.
And I want Joe to have one so badly.
And then Joe's, I feel like we're like freaking doing gymnastics and
Yeah, we're doing all kind of
we're
crazy.
doing all this stuff.
But that's
it's
just-
gonna happen.
That's kind of sometimes just how it is. But yeah, I mean, we had that one fall through. We had one where we got all the way to the point where everybody agreed. We agreed
Yeah.
on the numbers.
Yeah.
This was both of them pretty much. It was a divorced couple. They were okay with still, staying together on the mortgage, but it didn't really cash flow it well. It would be a sweet wrap.
It would be
But
a wrap
we
deal.
they had the only way it would make sense if they carried their equity long term, and they were okay with that. And then we were at the finish line talking to the agent, and the agent calls me back and goes, "They're just gonna hold off until."
Hmm.
So he's currently not living the property; she's just living there.
Yeah.
But they're in a situation where they can't continue to pay the mortgage.
So
So
it's just a matter.
it's
of
just a
time.
matter of time with that one. If I'm honest, I was talking to the agent, and the agent was like, "Man, I tried. They just want to hold off for another couple weeks, maybe after Christmas. Let's see what I can do."
Yeah.
They don't have too much time, is
Yeah.
the thing.
So they're gonna draw it.
And
out.
and honestly, a lot of times when you like say these things fall through,
Yep.
it's just it fall through right now. We're always going to
Mhm.
be here. That's why I tell them we're always going to be here, always be ready to go. When we know for a fact that we get it all the way to the finish line, and all they have to do is sign the dotted line, all of it made sense to them, right?
Yep.
It's just they were too hesitant to sign. Which
Yeah.
today it still might be, but like I said, by the time we talk next week, it might be a deal.
Hey,
but
things change,
and
and
then the other one was a
well, it's just relationship. So
Right.
really hit there. You're not the opportunity is not the property; it's the relationship.
exactly.
So with that agent, it doesn't matter if the deal works out or not. Guys, you realize there's so many of these, and again, that one agent that he went to bat for us and trusted us to help. Those are the same people that's going to bring us other deals as well.
Mhm.
So in this
And
last one-
honestly, the agents, if that's the case where we do all that work and it
Yeah.
just kind of falls through, they feel like they kind of didn't fulfill on their end. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, you did what we can do. We do what we can do.
right,
So then they're immediately pivoting into like, hey, talk to this person in my agency. I'm gonna send you this.
have
you
we
know.
had other agents from someone
So
else's?
I
network?
all day long he's been
Yes.
hitting me up. JV has been blowing up. I've been trying to help.
We need more people
out.
to come work with us. So if you guys want a
Um,
job, please reach out.
But it's so funny because I had one a while back with Mike, and and that one, we were working on a deal forever. He gave me Amanda. We got that one in contract. Shout out to Mike. He also gave me a guy, and I'm not gonna be his JV partner on all his deals right now. Another guy named Tim. It's just you just never know.
Shout out Tim.
And all that started was because I established a connection with one agent.
Mhm.
One agent put us in front of 20 people in a Zoom call.
Yep. Mhm.
We did a Zoom to his
Yep.
whole team. By the
Mhm.
way, he hit me up. He wants a recording so he can blast it out
Okay.
to his agency.
Okay.
We did that. Then he
We
immediately
did for context on that meeting with talking to his agents. We talked about creative finance.
the whole time
We talked about how they can present this to their clients, why we buy the deals the way we do it, kind of how the deals are structured.
and
right.
that's just with one agency.
Yes.
So more and more people are doing that now. More and more people want to hear us out.
Yeah.
It makes and I think a lot of agents are now understanding that this is just such a great tool to have for their tool belt.
Yes.
And now they're like, hey, I would love for you to sit down. I got a person, blah, blah, blah. You should go talk to this person about this deal. And honestly, that's the goal, right? The goal is to have a giant network, a giant web of agents who know who are, who
Mhm.
they already established trust in us, right?
Mhm.
They already established in who we are and what we do, and they believe in us.
Yep.
To the point to where they're
So-
going to bring us stuff in the future.
Yes, 100%. And the last one that fell through was another agent deal. So, guys, the stuff that we're telling you to do. So, this is where this stuff is coming from. The last deal that fell through was a very similar situation. This was the one in San Antonio near downtown.
Seller
Right?
finance. Yeah.
It was 100% seller finance. This was not a hyper deal.
And honestly, he's currently has it rented out. He was cool with all the numbers. We matched up what he wanted.
Yeah.
But we got to the point where he would go to sign the thing, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to wait a little while. And I think right now, also, don't be discouraged. It's Christmas time.
Yep.
People are getting a little hesitant. We see that this week on the phones, where
Less people picking up.
less people picking up. People, maybe they have other things on their mind, presents, and where am I going to go here? And if a family's coming over there and travel.
It's crazy that people do that, but they do. I mean, even in some areas of my life, I do this
Yeah.
time of year. But then it's like, for some reason,
But every,
January 1st,
It's like,
that
boom!
flip switch is like, oh my God, what have I been doing for the last month?
right.
You know,
You feel a little bit bad
So
about
that's
it.
why we're going to crush it. And of the 50 contracts we're going to get in January, we're probably going to get like 10 on January 1st. So
That's why I tell the team.
Yeah.
I said, we're laying, and we talked about this today in a meeting. I said, we're just gonna continue to lay great foundation because, like I said, we're gonna reap what we sow in January on all the hard work we finish out the year on.
Mm-hmm.
There's still people out there just trying to make a decision, like the big $1.4 million house in San Antonio that has to make a decision this month. We still going to go find those people, but each along the way, just continue to lay great foundation with these agents to where when people are ready to really make a decision, they're like, January 1, I'm making a New Year's resolution, that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
They're ready to sell. They're ready to do this. They're ready to move. They're ready to
Like, holy crap, I
whatever.
need to do something,
We got to
or-
be ready for that. So
Yeah, and a lot of people just, now that the taxable year has ended, starting January 1st, they can make other decisions on their property. And then lastly, I mean, you're dealing with people like, especially this one. I just think of this property in San Antonio that is seller finance. That hot water heater goes out or some big repair comes up.
they're like, man,
He's like, I'm done with this. So stay in contact. Just make sure we keep following up until something happens.
that's it.
So so a couple things. Number one, we're doing $1 million month challenge. I don't know how else to make that sound better, but we're legit going to make $1 million in a month. I'm putting it out there. It's going to happen. We'd love for you guys to join us. So on January 1, the whole month of January, we're going to be streaming here live 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I already told my wife. She already knows.
I already told my fiance. She already knows.
Literally, including Saturday and Sunday, whatever it takes to get 50 contracts in the month of January. And we're approximating about 20 grand a wholesale fee or 20K fee per deal. Now, if they end up being 10, 15 here and there, that means we got to get more contracts. But the goal is to do $1 million in a month. So everybody who is in Future Proof. So if you guys watched the training last week, if you talked to me this week and you're joining Future Proof Investor, you're going to get access to that. Everybody else will probably have it on recording sometime, but it's going to be cool. The reason why I can't just give it out to everybody is because we want people who are going to take action on it. Someone who's ready to like, hey, I'm serious about doing this. I'm going to do it with you guys. And I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time. We're not going to spend a lot of time like explaining stuff. We're just going to be doing the work, right?
Right.
That what's necessary.
Yeah,
So
we don't really have time to explain every step.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if you told a lot of people, you did release
Yeah.
kind of pretty special thing that we did this week.
Yeah. So we did the Future Proof training, and now
Yeah.
like we have like the Future Proof investors coming through, which I'm about to call one right now. His name's Lewis. He just got into the program. He's doing our one-on-one stuff, and he has some deals for us to close.
It's
So,
pretty. We've had a lot of cool traction on the Future Proof thing.
yeah, no, it's been
I
great.
mean, I know everybody put a lot of time. Everybody in the whole office put a lot of time into this.
Yeah.
We know it's ready to rock and roll. That's why we finally rolled it out. We
Yeah.
wanted to roll it out right before the new year.
Yeah, especially leading up to January.
Yeah.
Like number one, I was like, well, if we're gonna be making $1 million in the month of January, I want other people to see it. And if other people are gonna see it, I want them to do something about it too.
Mhm.
Like even if you don't make $1 million in a month, you make 50 grand. Would 50 grand in the month of January change your life?
Yes.
Would that change the trajectory of your 2023? Like you can have
Starting
all
off the year pretty damn good.
right. I mean, you could have all these goals for like all these New Year's resolutions, but like, what if you can make more money in 1 month than you did all of 2022? Right?
That's setting yourself up.
That's pretty good. So let's call Lewis. And so what we're gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna call Lewis. He's got some deals. And a part of like the Future Proof thing is like they bring us deals, we help underwrite, we help look at them, and
Help
we
close
actually- we
them, help do
close
it
them,
all.
do a lot of cool stuff. So let me call him real quick. Can you make sure you can hear? Can you guys in the chat? Can you hear
Yeah.
us?
I heard
What's
it.
up, brother?
Yo, what's good? How are you?
Oh, loving life, man. How are you?
I am good. Hey, I got you on the live stream.
All right, I won't swear nothing.
Don't swear or nothing. Keep it PG.
Yeah.
But real quick for everybody watching, listening, just introduce yourself real fast.
Okay, yeah, I'm Lewis Weaver. I live up in Plain City, Utah, which is near Ogden, just north of Salt Lake. Been in real estate for 18 years. Ran my own company for a while, and then moved over to Real Broker, and I'm an associate broker there, and I run a mastermind with about 35, 40 agents in it with Larry Reed, my business partner. It's going great.
So you're a
that's
real
my
estate agent?
nutshell. Yeah, I'm a real estate agent.
Why do you
Yes,
want to?
sir.
Why would you ever want to work with an investor?
I love investors. I got into real estate as an investor. I started flipping houses. I was calling agents, and I wanted to get information. I wasn't getting the information I wanted. I decided, you know what, I'm just going to get my own license so I can have access to this information.
Mm-hmm.
And started buying flips. And then I actually learned the power of no. People would say, hey, could you sell my house for me? I'm like, no. What do you mean, no? Well, yeah, I'm buying houses. I'm flipping. I'm too busy. I'm not going to be a very good realtor.
Yeah.
I'm just an investor. Then my real estate just life blew up. I started doing more deals than everybody else. And I think it was just because I wasn't hungry for their commission. I just told them what they needed to hear. I was honest. I told them what they needed to do to fix up their house, that kind of stuff, and just genuine with them and start building relationships. And then my real estate career took off.
Well, one thing I love about you, Lewis, is like you are honest and you are authentic. It's crazy because everybody else here, and I got my brother beside me and everybody like on the couch too. Like we got 4 guys on one couch. I don't know how we did it. Yeah. But like they've all heard me talk to you and like, dude, that guy just seems so cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me feel great.
Yeah. So tell me, the reason why I called you is you're in Future Proof now, and
Yes, sir.
you have some potential deals that you were
Yeah.
talking to me about. Can you give me some, like, what, number one, how this conversation is going, and then number 2, give me a brief rundown on some basic numbers, and maybe I can give you some feedback, and then we can dive into them maybe after we get off the live here.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. And first of all, thanks for letting me be part of this, because I run a team, and with everything kind of shifting, we felt like we were swimming uphill, upstream, I should say.
Yeah.
And why not turn around and go with the current and jump in the boat, right? Why not work with where the money's flowing? And I just saw opportunity being real estate agents we can just call other agents. We can call deals that are on the market. When you told me that, well, they're sitting on the market. Maybe they could do creative financing, like a light bulb went off. So I had hardly any information. Haven't even learned your training yet or anything. I just said, who gives a crap? Let's just call tomorrow. So
Let's go.
yesterday, I called for 1 hour is all.
Yeah.
And then I was in back-to-back meetings after that. My brand new guy, Justin, who's done one real estate deal, he's hungry. He came in my office and he called, and in the middle of one of my meetings, he starts knocking on my door. Dude, I got us a deal, And so I was like, okay. So I don't have tons of information, but yeah, let's go through it for sure. Let me pull up the first one here. That's Justin's deal.
Okay. You don't have to give me the exact address, or you could text it to me and I can try to pull it up on a separate screen. I just don't want to like blast it out in front of everyone, because you never know. I trust everybody here, but I love you guys. Everyone's watching, but you never. Come on, we've had one guy one time try to snake a deal, so it made me hesitant. Yeah, so just text me the address and I'll pull it up.
I'll do it right.
But I think this is valuable because I want people to understand like kind of how these numbers work.
And I'll tell you, it's 300,000. Well, it's 307,000.
Okay.
And I'm going to send it to you right now.
Cool.
I even have. Sorry, I'm trying to work my phone. Because he sent me the information. I have the data sheet in front of me, but I don't want to say that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you the story though. He called and asked if they have any offers. It's been on the market for 102 days.
Okay.
And no offers on the market, on this property. And we started just getting more information. Hey, would you consider a full price offer if you could do terms? And the guy said, well, yeah, because in this situation, this is an older gentleman with health problems.
Okay.
And he doesn't want to take care of the house anymore. He wants to go to a little mobile home.
Got it. So that means that's probably going to be some monthly payments he needs to be responsible for.
Yep. He would just needs a little money down and some monthly income to live off of.
Nice.
And I thought, hey, that sounds perfect. And he said that he would talk to his client. He almost guarantees that the person would go for something like that. But he said if it could be explained to him correctly, if it could be explained in a way that made sense and it wasn't overwhelming, then he would probably go for something like that. And he wanted us to call him back on Monday. So.
Oh my gosh.
So it's going to be a deal on Monday.
It's going to be a deal on Monday.
Yeah,
sure.
Sounds great. But I you know what I don't have, and maybe Justin does, is whether there's a mortgage or not. I'm not sure, but it could be.
I mean, I could pull that information up. I don't know.
Perfect.
Being that he's an older gentleman, like
Might own a train clear.
Yeah. But either way, like I can pull that on batch and just see like actually let me see if I can pull even just sale history on Zillow.
Sure.
I'm pulling it up.
I could pull it on my MLS too. Let me pull it up here.
Let's see. Looks like I don't see price history. So there's a good chance that this dude just owned this thing for a long time.
Yeah, I think what I have, yep. Yeah, I don't have it even on our MLS.
Yeah.
So it's probably paid off.
Yeah. So that's this is like the best case. This is awesome.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, because this would be a 100% seller finance deal, and when it's like that, you can really dictate the terms, and you can do some really cool stuff with the debt as well. So,
Love it.
is this an ideal scenario for your mom? Is this a good property she could be
No,
in? Probably not.
No. I would like her a little closer to me. It's on a busy road.
Okay. And for
and
you guys that
it's,
are watching, we're gonna help Lewis find his mom a home. So
yeah.
that's gonna be incredible. So
She is the most amazing woman in the world. She's 74 years old. She's working at Walmart, and I did some breath work, and I was like, you know what? It's time to retire my mom. I'm going to buy her house. I'm going to hire her just to be my mom, and she's not going to have to worry about stuff anymore. So I can't wait
because you're gonna,
surprise her
and
with
the
that.
cool thing, you're gonna do that with your real payout.
Yeah. So my downline.
Yeah.
So that's why I basically got rid of my company and went to Real Broker. Is I get 33% of the company revenue of the agents I bring to the company, and
What is that
agents.
every month for you right now?
So I have 36 agents, but it goes a few levels deep, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
just with the agents I brought over, I'm making about $85,000 a year. My average paycheck is like, well, anywhere from $3,500 to $8,500 a month.
Nice.
But recently, I've had some more people come over, so next year will be more. This year, I've only made like 46,000 since like March. But
Hey, that ain't bad. I
it's-
mean, just
no, it's
from
not bad
people
for
doing
passive
deals,
income.
like that's passive,
Yeah.
and that can retire your mom. That's amazing.
And that's what hit me is I'm like, wait a minute, I can use that money to buy my mom a house,
Yeah.
to retire her, it was like a real surreal moment. And the best part about it is our broker, our CEO, Tamir, just announced that they're going to make that willable. So I worked my butt off trying to build passive income with rental properties. I was a firefighter for 10 years, was building a pension before I had heart surgery. Anyways, I could go into that forever. I was working hard to try and get passive income to protect my family. Well, now I'm protected.
I love it.
I can hand it to my kids and wife when I go.
You're a
So,
good person. I mean, that
Yeah,
honestly
well-
is going to be really cool to do this because we
Yeah,
talked about it
it's gonna be
before, and like
fantastic.
now it's like this is going to be a real thing, and I can't wait to like document the whole process.
Oh, it's gonna be
So
fantastic.
this one here, it looks like it'll probably rent out for like what do you think, like $2,100 if it
yeah,
was?
I think so.
Yeah.
If it was up to
I
Okay.
think that would be right around the number.
Okay, cool. So we just want to make sure, like, once we structure this deal, that we could pay this man. So if he wants 307, we like to start. We come in around 5%. So this is probably about 15 grand down. And then he would carry the rest. So there's a
Okay.
website I want you to write down. It's called noteunlimited.com. And we could really start playing with the numbers to figure out what we can give him per month. I would like to start knowing that because we're gonna have to do some updates to it. It's not like,
Yeah.
just need some lipstick stuff, probably new carpet, paint stuff. But at 307 minus 15 grand, that's 292. And we'll put it in at 0% interest just to start.
Give us a base.
Yeah.
And you actually get some people to go at 0%.
Not just get some people, we get all the people to do 0%.
Holy freaking.
We don't really do any
Where have you
deals.
been on my last rap beer?
0% interest when the bank's doing 7.5.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Okay, so at 0%, the payment's $812. So we could probably go up. And we don't have to do this on the 360 payment term, so 30 years. So he might like this. So again, an older gentleman like this, he'd probably like to see it getting paid off sooner than later. So what we could do is we could probably pay him on a 20-year term, and then do like a 10-year balloon. So like he knows in 10 years he can get a lump sum, but for 10 years he would get a solid payment to pay down his mobile or whatever it's like living in that 55 plus community. So he gets some cash now in his pocket to make the move and do what he needs to do. And we can work with him on the down payment, and then we could probably give him somewhere in that neighborhood of a 20-year term on this. So at the end of the day, he just needs someone to explain it to him, and I think we can definitely do that on Monday.
I love that. Fantastic. Well, we have an appointment, so
Let's go.
we'll have you on there, baby. That'll be good.
Come on.
Come on.
What else we got?
I got two more.
Okay.
And
You
in
got
an
all the
hour of
deals.
calling, it's just not
In an hour of calling.
in an hour of calling. Well, and I just reached out to a couple of my good friends. I have a ton of real estate agents friends, and one of them's one of my best friends.
Real
and he's
estate
like,
agents,
"I
no
got
other
one."
real estate agents.
Yeah, he's like, I've
It's
got
weird how that
one
works.
right now I'd like to work a deal on. I'm like, okay. We went to a board luncheon today, and on the way back driving, he's like, let me tell you my deal. I said, okay. He's like, I've got a listing for 700,000,
Okay.
and I can send you the address on that.
Uh-huh.
It's free and clear. Family member passed away.
Uh-huh.
The parent, now they're getting this, the trust dealing with it, right?
Yep.
They said they would do terms,
Okay.
but they would like 10 to 15% down
Uh-huh.
and 4 to 4.5% interest rate. Ideally, they would like.
Does this
like
Airbnb?
I don't know about an Airbnb. It's on an acre and a half.
Okay. We'd have to look at that because I'll be honest with you, the higher the price point, it's tougher to do the kind of deals that we want to do. Because like the one you just sent me at 307, it rents for $2,100.
Easy money.
Easy.
All day.
All day. But when we start going into the like almost more luxury price, and the thing is about Utah, like even a basic house is like 700 grand, you know? I mean, like in a nice subdivision, that's what you're looking at. I doubt that property rents out for $3,600.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me just pull it up. Let
Yeah.
me pull up his listing because I think you said it had a swimming pool and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's got a big shop in the back. It does have a swimming pool.
Swimming pool in Utah. How many months can you use that in Utah?
6 months.
Okay, that's not too bad.
You could probably do 6 months, but it is,
For
some
ice
of it's
plunges?
updated, some of it's dated. It's got a hot tub. What'd you say?
I said for cold plunges.
Yeah, cold plunges. There you go. You could year log that baby. You know? So that one might be tough, huh?
I mean, I'm not going to disqualify it without looking at it, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
in general, the more, and just for a rule of thumb for you, as we start putting these together, the higher you go up, it just
You have
needs
to have
to be-
exit.
you just need to have a different exit strategy, right? It needs to be some value. Say, for example, we're buying this one in San Antonio that's 1.4 million, but the monthly payment is like all in around like 5,800 to $6,000, but it rents out for 11 grand,
Oh, geez.
right? So the cash flow is excellent,
Airbnb.
and the Airbnb is like 15 grand, right? So,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, I can justify that price point because of what it rents for, and that's a no brainer, right? There's too
sure.
many really good ones to like try to make the bigger price point stretch without it being awesome terms, right? So, for example, like if I could buy it for 700 and do $10,000 down and a monthly payment that makes sense, then like, okay, but if the more money I have to put down, the less attractive that deal is, right?
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the
Mhm.
third one I have
Uh-huh.
is it's a little bit. I talked to the agent. He's an owner, and I noticed he dropped it from 549 down to 479, and it's been on the market for 100 days.
Uh-huh.
About 2,500 square feet, 4 bed, 2 bath, and he said he's willing to do terms, 10 to 15% down, 5.5%, but he wants his money back in 24 months. He wants a balloon in 2 years, and
Yeah.
so I just reached out and chatted with him. Turns out he flipped this property,
Uh-huh.
and he's just got to get rid of it. He's going to have to get a long-term loan on it by February, he
Yep.
said. And
Because he's got hard money loan on it.
I think he's got hard money, and he's going to transition into private banking, and probably get a commercial
Yep.
loan on it. You know how the private banking
Yep.
works, obviously. So, and that's something I didn't think we could actually come to terms. I'm like, I don't know, at 5.5%, blah blah blah. It's going to be more than what it can rent for, I think. And so I don't know if that was a deal at all.
I mean, again, if we think about potentially looking at it as a wrap, once he refinances it, we could buy it subject to, and just try to like bump up that interest rate to our end buyer. So not to say
So
that you
instead
can't
of
do it.
cash flowing on rent, you're going to sell it to somebody else. Is
As
that
a
what you-
wrap.
Yeah, as a homestead buyer, as a wrap. Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
would be good to learn. I
Yeah.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
I'd have to
I
show
can't
you
wait
the
to learn a
mechanics
lot
on the
more.
back end, but I think we can do something
Pretty
with it.
easy.
Okay, cool. I told him it's a vacant, and this one might work for my mom. It's in the area he likes, so I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Again,
know,
I just think
so-
that there's just going to be so many of these. We just have
Oh,
to
yeah.
we just have to be picky with the ones we want to take on. It's like it's the same thing I'm telling the team is whenever we can't make the terms like a no-brainer, it's like someone asking too much money for their house. It's like too much cash. It's like, okay, well, it's just not going to be, it doesn't work. Not to say that, someone won't buy it. It's just like not going to work for us. And, especially for the kind of deals that we're after, there's going to be 20 deals that do work per month, and that's the ones that I want to pay. I don't want to use our capital and miss out on other really good opportunities.
Yeah, why focus on that? I mean, I barely tried. I didn't even know what I was doing, and we've got deals coming up.
Right.
Imagine if we knew what we were doing. And
Come on.
5 of us were calling 8 hours a day. We're gonna crush it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I've got,
and that's why we call it future proof, Lewis.
Going,
I'm just kidding. I said, and that's why we call it future proof.
That's right, baby. No, if you, what's so funny is these agents, you talk to agents, and I love agents, but they get in the doom and gloom and all this, and I'm not making any money. I said, how much have you prospected today? Well, nothing. What about yesterday? Nothing. Yeah. Well, that's not how business works.
That's not how business works. Yeah. And well, people just get depressed. I talk to a lot of investors too, and they're like, "Man, I just don't know. I feel like I lost my fire. I don't know what I need to be doing." I'm like, "Well, the reason why you feel like that is because you don't know how to make money in this market, right?
Yeah.
If you knew how to make money in this market, you'd be moving with a lot of certainty and making it happen." And I was talking to an investor before we went on the live stream here, and she was like, "Well, how do I know I'm going to make money on this?" I'm like, how are you not going to make money on this? Yeah. She's like, if I had X amount of time to do this per day, I'm like, really, it's just going to come down to you doing it.
Yeah. Can you do it?
Can you do it? And if you can do it, you're going to make money. So that's it, man.
I agree, man. And I don't know how it all works. We'll have to talk about this after with how real estate and the commissions work and everything. But yeah, it's easy. It's easy for me to call another agent and talk to them about a deal that they haven't sold in 4 months.
Exactly. It's the easiest conversation for real.
It's a lot easier than calling somebody who doesn't want to talk to you because you're trying to sell their house or whatever,
Right. Calling a first sale by owner. Hi, can I tell you why I'm different than everyone else in the market?
Yeah. That's what they like. At first, they're just like, hello, and then when you tell them, do you have any offers? They're like, huh? No, we don't have offers. Why? Do you have one? We're like, yeah, we're thinking about it. But we just have to work it out. And then they almost always like, I don't know if that would work, but let me reach out. And then next thing you know, they're blowing my phone up trying to get back home.
Because they see that as dollar signs. Commission.
They see commission dollar signs. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. They get that commission breath going,
Yeah. So, hey, and you guys are literally just getting started. That's from 1 hour. Imagine, 8 hours a day done by your team in your prospecting and getting better and better.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's going to be fantastic, man. I'm excited.
So let's get rocking. Hey, brother, thank you so much for letting me call you. And you're spending 30 minutes on your Friday with us on a live stream, breaking down some deals.
I will do about anything. So it doesn't even matter.
Hey, yo.
Don't say that, Lewis. Don't say that.
You guys are all so lucky to work with Matt. He is an absolute stallion, one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Oh, my gosh. You're the man.
I say that to everybody.
You're the man.
My grandma's like, who cares about Matt Beard? What
I'm with grandma.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Hey.
Not even alive, so that's weird,
Oh my gosh. Brother, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking some time. We'll definitely connect when I get off, okay?
All right, brother.
All right, talk soon. Bye. There we go. What a man.
Cool guy.
What a guy.
That's hilarious.
Like, what about having a whole bunch of agents like that in your corner that wants to help you find deals, that wants to do deals with you?
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Do you guys see this stuff happening? Do you see what's working here? Like, put it in the chat. Like, what are you going to do about it? Do you guys see how this thing can like compound over time if you're doing this all the time?
Smash that like button.
Smash the like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share it with somebody if you haven't already. Turn on notifications. Go to the Facebook group. But for real, you guys are like, this is the move. I'm just so sold that you can't tell me otherwise. And the greatest thing about us doing this and it's working for us, no one can check us on it. Like, you can't tell me it doesn't work. You can't be like, oh no, that sucks. You need to go be doing this. Really?
Just go look at that whiteboard out there.
Right. That's just like denying facts. So this stuff is super powerful. Scott, hey, look, I know we're supposed to hop on a call at 4:30, and obviously it's 4:38, and you're here with me too. So are you cool if I call you back here in a little bit? I'll text you. Let me know in the chat. Thanks, bro. But yeah, Terry, what are you thinking? What do you think about all of that?
I mean, it's every day. Honestly, that is what we have conversation wise every day.
Yeah.
Every time, we're adding real estate agents to Rolodexes, they're calling us is asking if we can help with a friend on their listing. They're talking, they're putting us in front of their real estate groups, and they're hitting me up. And now the real estate agents are wanting to buy creative deals themselves,
Yes.
and they need to learn how to underwrite them, and they want to be in on, like, it's just, the possibilities are unlimited. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like I said, we wouldn't be so fired up about it if we didn't 1000% believe that. First off, what we have going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
But second off, it's like it's out, it's here. We bring it to y'all every day. We bring you the good, the bad, the highs, the lows. We're very transparent with what we do over here. So
100%.
I'm just fired up about it.
Yeah.
Fired up
Fired
is
up.
the saying.
Fired up. Moving my license to Real Brokers. You guys heard it here first.
Fired up.
Fired up. Okay, so we have to do a very important segment that we do every single week. If you want to grab
Well, first off, who had the freaky call? Right?
What is it?
The freaky seller.
Who had the freakiest seller of the week? Let's put the
the-
camera here on the guys because they're the ones in the trenches every single day.
I kind of got a suggestion.
All right.
David blessed me with the opportunity to go on a showing with him. One of the homes we have for sale in Mesa. It was an experience. I don't know, David, you want to talk a little bit about it? Not really. You're a little traumatized.
To share.
Be careful.
Essentially-
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Yeah, basically, I heard we sent it to somebody who sent it out to other people who apparently sent
This is
out
how
to
it goes,
other
guys. You
people.
send it to your favorite dispo company, and they'll send it out to someone else, and then they'll send it out to someone else. And by the time it actually gets to the end buyer, it's like $40,000 more than
Yeah.
what you sent it out for. And then they go, "Oh, sorry, no one wants it."
So we got there,
So-
and
Yes.
but nobody else shows up except for me and the buyer. And so I just walk with the buyer of the house by myself. And if you are wholesaling or assigning to somebody else, you should definitely walk with your buyer. That way, the original person who has it under contract and the buyer can't connect. So it's just weird. The
That's
other
such a
two-
weird part of the whole industry, though.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you can't know this person because if you know this person, I'm going to get cut out.
yeah.
So
So it was weird. They're just outside taking pictures of themselves in front of the house for Instagram, I'm guessing. while
literally
just-
employees from said company didn't even go inside with you.
No.
They were
Nobody
in
was
front of the
inside.
house. So first off, they got Ubered there, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
And they didn't even go inside the house with their buyer. They stood outside the home and was taking pictures of themselves for Instagram to make it seem like they're doing real estate every day.
Yep.
Right? Oh, hey guys, I'm out here. One of our newest deals that we're doing. It's like, yo, this is not even your deal. So
That's so true.
weird.
Yeah.
But so what happened, David?
I mean, that's about it. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
walk outside, and there's more people outside now than when I went in. And I was like, okay, I
More
don't know
people
how many-
start showing up. Like,
Yeah,
what are
and
we
then-
done here?
Then the
These are-
homeowners are like, what's going on here?
And then I guess some of them want to take videos. So like, yo, you're in my video. Get out of the way. I was like, okay. Like, it's not like this is my house or anything, but sure. And then, I mean, we're not going to cut anybody out because obviously we have a lot of integrity. I'm working with the buyer directly just because it's a lot easier. Working with the numbers since it passed so many hands is way too high, the list price. So that's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That's a weird situation. But so we think that would be our freakiest who?
I don't know.
Who is that a
Really
seller,
I
buyer?
don't know what
They're
that
both?
was.
I mean, yeah, that's just I don't know.
Freakiest daisy chain.
Freaky Stacy chain. What about conversations? You guys have anything weird happen this week on a conversation? I remember you one time had someone get a ticket for talking on the phone.
Yes.
Have you had
That's
anything just
hilarious.
strange since then?
I don't know.
I don't know if we have, honestly.
Strange. No, I'm still thinking about the commission lady that I just had the conversation. She still
Yeah.
has me for a loop right now.
Doing the trigonometry with the commission.
Trigonometry calculus.
So look, if you do 6.5 minus 1.5 plus 6.7%, and I mean by the time we add the purchase price, subtract the down payment. So what am I getting
I don't
paid?
think I was speaking English at the end of it.
Yeah,
It was
Well,
tough.
Mikhail,
Yeah.
you did your part. And that's all we can do. Did you think she got it by the end of the conversation though?
No, she did not. She did not. I don't even think.
So
I
how
got
did that
it at the
end? How did the conversation end?
It ended up being a seller finance.
Okay.
So we eventually got to the term side of thing. But her first question after I introduced myself was, "So how do I get paid?" That was her first question to me. So I was like, "All right, we could jump into it,
Yeah.
into the commission." So
Yeah.
I was like, "How much is your commission?" She's like 3%. All right, we would pay half of that. Help your seller out. So and then she was like, "Well, so that would mean my seller would pay 4.5%." I'm like, "Where did this other 3% come from?"
Well, when you sign an exclusive rights to list a property,
Mhm.
the total commission is 6%,
Mhm.
right? And 3% of that goes to a buyer's agent, right? And in the event that there is no buyer's agent, it's implied that they could represent you, but it has to be disclosed to the seller, right? So you just have to make sure that's clear. Say, hey, so of the 6%, 3% is going to be going towards. I can go get a real estate agent. I can have someone represent me in this transaction, but I'm choosing not to save that money for your client. Because otherwise, it'd be like me giving them $20,000 down. They're giving me 3% right back in my own pocket. Right?
Correct.
That makes no sense. So instead, we're just going to waive it. Now, your commission to help even more, we're going to cover half of it. But she still wasn't getting it. Crazy.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Those are fun conversations.
Paige, everyone knows all about the Lori
Yeah.
saga that
I agree.
continues.
Lori has been something else. So it ended up being seller finance, and it's all good. And she's going to go talk to her client.
She was very intrigued.
Okay.
It was a scenario where they didn't enjoy having tenants.
Uh-huh.
They didn't enjoy being a landlord.
Mhm.
So I pitched the whole, let's turn you into the bank.
Hey, you don't want the tenants. You don't want to deal with
don't want the toilets.
You don't want to deal with what anything else you can say. It's like, it's just too much.
I say commode, but
Commode. All
I
right,
like
Terry.
Terry's little line of just giving you a little bit of mailbox money every month. So
mailbox money, baby.
Terry says, get you a little jingle in your pocket. You know, that's what they're thinking. I just
It's
want a little
weird.
jingle.
They make fun of it, but it works.
But yes, Paige, I agree. Lori I think she's been on here multiple times for
Yeah.
a freak.
One day she won't
won't
have any brain space for me
She's
anymore.
like, I'm told it's so crazy. It's what I gotta do all this to sell my house. I'm like, wait a second. It's 9:00 in the morning, and you can't even put coherent thoughts together. Even Ruby has been more coherent than her.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes. So, have we had any traction on Cortez yet?
I haven't sent it to as many people. I was waiting for
Okay.
Tyler to get back to me.
Okay.
And Miguel to get back to me, but none of them
Okay,
has.
Tyler
so.
and Miguel, if you guys are watching, get back to us, or we're gonna sell the deal to somebody else.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll probably put it out at the end
Yeah.
of today.
Okay, cool. So now we go to inaugurate the Freak of the Week. So since the camera's over here, every single week, guys, we pick a team member who has exemplary performance. Someone that is just astounding. Someone that we can all look up to and say that is a shining example of a fantastic team member.
Mike won it last week.
Some
right?
might also call them a freak. So, Freak of the Week, this is something that is voted on by the people for the people. So, let's start over here in the corner. Kyle, who do you think should be our team's Freak of the Week?
Ooh, this week's freak of the week, huh? Honestly, I would say Terry, because throughout the
Is
every
it the
day-
mullet or is it what is it?
I don't know.
Or was it him showing up to the Christmas party in a hoodie?
Well, the dude that bought the damn thing showed up in a hoodie too. So like minds think alike.
Every day the man comes to the office with fired up, looking to make some money. You know, he's straight business. Always comes with this insane intensity, and I love it. So, and he's always willing to put he's always putting us, in front of himself as far as his priorities, as far as calling our sellers, really taking responsibility and taking it personal that we get these contracts. So my freak of the week is
Okay,
Terry.
so we got one strike for Terry.
Strike.
Joe, go ahead.
Ooh, that's tough. I think, yeah, Terry definitely I think it really affects Terry when, these deals fall through. Obviously for us, we want these deals to get to the line. We put a lot of work into it, but Terry's been and he talks to the same agent
Yeah.
6 times a day.
It's crazy.
it's
Are we talking about
insane.
Brand? Why did we not say Brandon?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Bro.
I'm not amending that contract again.
Not doing it again. I'm not answering the phone again. I've
Not-
talked
not
to this
Brandon
guy.
Wood. Brandon
Honestly,
Wood's the OG.
no, it's a different
No,
brand. It's an
different Brandon.
agent. I literally have talked to this guy. Honestly, he only calls me at 9:30 at night when I'm laying in bed. I have to get out
Which
of
means
bed,
you call
stop what
me.
I'm doing. I have to, Matt, oh, we'll get on this. Okay, pick it back up. I have literally talked to Dude about 100 times.
Mhm.
Whenever they sign, we're going to throw a little party and we're going to go fly out and look at the property.
All on Terry's dime.
No.
So
Honestly, whatever.
that's why he's the freak.
Honestly, whatever. But no, I mean, we got honestly whatever it takes to get the deal done.
Yeah, well,
And then
that's why-
also, like, a lot of you guys in the group too know how much work Terry's been putting in for you guys. I know you guys have been reaching out. He's been running numbers. He's been talking to sellers. He's been really trying to piece a lot of these deals together. So
we
make sure you
can't
guys are
talk
showing
to
him
everybody.
love.
Sellers, we're really hoping that that we have some people stand up in the community and start handling some of this as far as the JV. I think this is a great opportunity. But at the end of the day, the reason why a lot of people are joining the real estate circle is to get help with this specific strategy. And you've been awesome
Hey.
with doing that.
Bring it on.
Moving forward, like we're probably gonna have to keep that just to future proof because there's already so many people in there that need help with their deals. But we're always happy to help guys.
I don't want- it's
We'll
not-
never steer you wrong.
For sure. Honestly, I'm always going to help out whoever I can help out. But with us launching the future proof stuff, I am.
Can't be putting this kind of stuff in the chat because this goes straight to his head. All right.
I already know that.
You have to put like
I already know
you
that.
can't put a goat. You got to do like a llama or something. So it's close. But
A
it's
bear.
Not, you know,
Cheers to bear.
do a bear.
But yeah, so that's kind of one of the perks of joining up is the one-on-ones, the coaching, all that kind of stuff
Right.
with Future Proof. So I am going to have to be doing that a lot more. But that's not for saying that I'm never going to, not stop helping because I'm always going to help. We're also training up you guys.
Right.
Just
So
to be able to
everybody,
pick it
everybody
up.
here on the couch will be able to help with the same
So
thing.
we're working on it. Everybody's getting better every day, every week. They're going to have their own JV partnerships and stuff like that in the future because they're just building this thing out bigger and bigger and bigger.
Everybody in
sure.
this community, in the real estate circle, and in our world is going to make more money than any other real estate community during this
that
market
is
time.
1000% facts.
That is a fact. I have no doubt about it. So latch on. This is going to get real. So who you voting for, Joe?
Terry.
All right, cool. Let's go. Mike, what we got?
Oh, double Mike.
Oh, double fist, Mikkel.
Hey, yo. We got to
Go ahead.
clean this thing up a little bit, boys.
I am also gonna throw Terry's way.
Y'all guys are too kind.
Dang, get the majority.
And the reason I'm throwing it Terry's way,
my
'cause-
vote counts for 5, by the way. So
Yeah.
okay.
we'll keep going.
I mean, I sit across Terry every day, so I sit here. Terry sits across from me, and Terry vents. Terry vents a lot.
It's like your roommates.
No, we are. We're like
We're like roommates. Everybody
Yeah.
here, they all get like a cubicle, a cell. They don't get to leave
cube
all day.
mates.
They don't get to eat lunch. No one gets to take a break.
It's like that's all I.
Yeah, me and Terry have fun conversations, especially when Terry's venting. So, I'm gonna give it to Terry because Terry has this switch. When that call comes through where he has to make a call, it turns into Terrence from Main Place. Man.
And for you guys that are listening, what that sounds like is sounds a lot like this.
How you doing?
Man, I can't believe this. Hi, this is Terrence from Main Place. How you doing?
Terrence from May Place. How may I help you?
Goodness.
Oh, you're in
gracious.
Vegas. Me and my buddies are going to Vegas.
Yes. So that's good.
Yeah, when
I
that
like
headset goes on, he's working. And
Yeah.
it's incredible because this man just works off a yellow notepad.
Yeah.
He is not
So he's
the
a little-
biggest
I'm
man
trying to get better at
with
it.
systems.
a little unconventional for sure.
Hey,
But Terry consistently does what he wants to do. So kind of like a wild stallion, you just kind of got to let him do his thing.
Yep.
But yes,
I
if it's a
appreciate you.
yellow notepad that gives him the sense of freedom, then it's the yellow notepad it is.
It's gonna be Dave. I'm just gonna start. David, this one. David, this one.
There we
David,
go.
this one.
Walkie talkie.
Yeah. Love it.
The man's
Da-
incredible.
David, what we got?
I feel like I gotta vote for Terry now.
No,
That's
no.
so
Vote for
many.
whatever you want.
I still get the tiebreaker, so keep
Yeah,
going.
I mean, I honestly don't have a vote. I feel like everybody's doing something different this week, which is really cool. Like Kyle switching to ACK and also finishing chemo, I think is a huge change. I think Joe has the most potentials or negotiations on the board, which is huge. Mike's been killing it on the end of day shifts because I'm actually he is literally the only one that puts it in every day.
End of shift report. Hey, that cannot go overstated. Like the end of shift report is so important. David, thank you for bringing that up.
Oh,
He's so consistent that he reminds me to do. I see him pop up. I'm like, oh,
the
crap,
rest of the team, that's a different story. Joe has always been consistent. You know, even though Joe be submitting his early in the morning these days, I'm awake at like 6 and I see, end of shift report. Joe, I'm like, wait a second. That's from yesterday or when was this? So, but you still do it. When it comes to Terry and Kyle, however,
I saw you put one in one random day, and I was like, "Oh, Terry has to do this too."
There you go.
very loosely.
Yeah, Terry has gotten quite a few write-ups on this one thing. If you see his yellow notepad, that's really for write-ups. So there you go.
Pan it over.
And for that reason, when he doesn't follow policy, it's really hard for me to vote for him the Freak of the Week. So yeah, we can go ahead and move this over. So that means, I don't know. Do you think Austin deserves this?
He's been a grinder.
I don't know.
Austin's been putting in the work.
Austin has been putting in the work. Look at him. And the
the
reason
guy
why
behind
he's
the
my
camera.
Freak of the Week is those shorts. You guys can't see it behind the
Man
camera.
went to Hawaii and
But
picked up
he's
the
got
shorts.
these Hawaiian shorts on. So
Yeah.
I got my younger brother Austin. He works all the camera work. If you see some of the stuff on my Instagram and YouTube nowadays,
He's doing it.
Sometimes I can't tell if he's awake or he's asleep, but he finishes the day with a lot of edits. He shows up with Hawaiian shorts on. He has no care in the world. He is my Freak of the Week, but I got to go with a majority. Terry, you get the necklace.
Let's go.
There we go. All right, we gotta get a speech now.
No, I appreciate it, you guys. Every day everybody's been coming here grinding their asses off, and we can see the board shows it, right?
Yep.
You have the goods and the bads, the highs and the lows. And, that's why I said having 3 fall through a couple, a while ago when we first started would have been like, been devastating. But if we knew for a fact, well, okay, those 3 fall through. All right, so we're gonna get 3 more this week. Where's these other 3 coming from? So just continue to grind. Like I said, not everything's gonna be as easy as like last week, where we're like, oh, this is a deal. Oh, this is a deal. Oh, this is another deal. You have to sometimes really grind for it and just continue to do it. You guys, that's what we talked about a little at lunch and how easy it is to work here. And it's just, we are a giant family, but more importantly, you guys are my friends. So I definitely, I appreciate it.
Tier.
And I'm trying to get more organized.
There we go.
And maybe I'll do end the shift every now and then.
So we need some specific goals around that, but we won't do that on air.
Hey, you say I do what I want to do. So
yes, to a certain extent. Within reason. Again, that's why we can't be doing stuff like this. Tell him he's a goat and gotta love Terry. And here's the yellow post. Yeah, do it in a post-it note. Don't feed into it, guys. Don't do that.
Tell me more.
But anywho, guys, thank you so much for showing up and showing out today on this episode of Freaky Friday. We got up to the point, I think we had over 30 people watching live, which is this is cool. It's probably the biggest.
It's going to keep growing.
So we're going to keep growing. We'll keep putting a lot of resources into this and hopefully helping you guys out in the real estate circle, as well as all of our future-proof folks. If you're not already signed up for the webinar tomorrow, please, you go to bit.ly.com. We'll put the link here. Future-proof.
Join the webinar.
Investor, December.
Take action,
Take action, If you just copy and paste that, it'll take you to the webinar registration. It's our training tomorrow for our future-proof system, the stuff that we're doing here inside of our business. So love to share that with you guys. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm going to be doing
He's grinding on his birthday.
We're going to be doing the training on my birthday. Like, what better way? I would want to do nothing more than to talk about real estate on my birthday. So.
I asked somebody one for his birthday. He's like, get more deals. I need you to get me a deal.
Hey, I said, Terry, where's the contract?
Where's this deal?
He's
but the office went out and bought him a couple presents anyway.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
Happy birthday, bro.
Hey, thank
We
you.
love you.
Hey, and everybody else, like I didn't even get a cake here from nobody else.
I know. Did you like roll out the
Hey,
red
screw
carpet?
Start Virtual. You guys watching this? Just kidding. Love you guys. Love you guys. All love. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's nothing to celebrate. I'll be 31 tomorrow, so it's another year going by. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for making this stuff special. We hope that you get value from the videos and the stuff that we do here live and
We're gonna
having
get 2
access
cakes
to the
tomorrow.
team.
We'll do 2 cakes tomorrow.
2 cakes. I really thought Frank Lovio was going to get me a cake, but he didn't. He really took it to heart when I didn't get him a cake for his birthday.
Apparently, he didn't get home till like 5 a.m.
Oh,
so
yeah.
sorry.
That's the reason why you don't have the company party on a Thursday. Everybody today was dead.
I'm telling you, ain't shit got done today. I mean, we tried, but
we tried. Petty. I love it. And guys, thank you so much again. If you get value from this stuff, please like the video, share it with one person. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. We just passed 2,800 subscribers, so we want to continue growing this channel. And again, of course, if you're not in the Facebook group, it's called the Real Estate Circle. It's a little over 400 people in there, so it's a brand new group. So if you're thinking, is this it? It's probably it. It's literally just a circle in the description. It says collaborations and connections. So be sure to join that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you.